Hi everyone, we're going to do distributing and combining now. So for any math problem, we have to always make sure we follow the order of operations. So that's really important when it gets to distributing and combining because we've got to make sure we do multiplication and division before we do any adding and subtracting. So looking at the first problem here, you're going to want to do 1 plus 8 because that's 9 and that's easy to do in your head, but that's also wrong. So it's easy to get a wrong answer. We don't want to do that. So we don't want to do the plus 1 or the 1 plus first. We can't. We have to instead multiply in this 8 into our parentheses first because multiplication comes before any adding or subtracting. So 8 times the negative 9x would be negative 72x, and then 8 times a minus 4 would be a minus 32. And we're just going to slide this 1 plus down. And now from here we're going to combine like terms. We've got a 1 and we've got a minus 32. This little plus should probably be on the outside of it though. The positive 1. So a 1 and a minus 32 would be a negative 31, and then we've got a negative 72x as well. And that would be our simplified expression once we distribute and then combine. Same thing over here. You're going to want to do 2 plus negative 2, or positive 2 minus 2 and get a 0 there, but you can't. You've got to take this minus 2 and distribute that in first. Negative 2 times negative 3x would be a positive 6x, and then negative 2 times negative 2 would be a plus 4. Then copy everything else down. We have an 8x plus 2, and then we're going to bring down a plus sign there because we already used the minus to carry into the other ones there, so it's going to be a plus 6x plus 4. If we didn't use the minus, it would be negative 6x minus 4, but then subtracting that whole thing. So it's going to be the same thing either way. I just think using the negatives a little bit cleaner. That way you get rid of double signs right off the bat. From here, we're going to combine like terms. Our x's combined to 14x, and then our 2 and our 4 make 6. And that's our simplified expression once we distribute and combine. For the next one here, very similar. We're going to multiply in first. So 2 times 6x would be 12x. 2 times 4 would be 8. Bring down the rest. Those are not in parentheses, so they do not get distributed with that 2 like everything else. Now we combine like terms. 12x take away 6x is 6x. 8 minus 3 is just plus 5. And then we're done with that one. For last one here, it's pretty complicated, but we're going to do the same kind of thing. Multiply in the negative 3 into the parentheses here. We get negative 9x. Negative 3 times a minus 1 is a plus 3. And then this 9 gets multiplied into the other parentheses. So 9 times negative 3x would be minus 27x. And then 9 times negative 10 would be minus 90. And then from there, we just combine our like terms again. Our x's combine here to make negative 36x. And then our plus 3 minus 90 would be negative 87. And that's how we can distribute and simplify this completely.